Good afternoon from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today we're going to be taking a look at this absolutely amazing 2005 BMW E46 M3. This M3 is showing just over 48,000 original miles and is in absolutely gorgeous condition. If you would like to see a high-resolution detailed photo set, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There, of course, you will also find a free included Carfax report alongside a long list of technical data related to the vehicle's remaining tire and brake life, as well as individual readings from each panel using our paint depth gauge. But today I'll take you on a quick condition overview on both the interior and the exterior of the M3, as well as showing you some of its more notable features. Now, of course, starting here on the exterior, you'll find this amazing black on black finish with this jet black paint in just stunning condition. As we take a look into some natural light, you can see an absolutely gorgeous finish there on the hood. The paint looks excellent. Very, very nice glossy finish, and I think that does a great job to accentuate just the amazing body lines that you find on the M3. Now, as usual, I'll take you really close to the body panel so as to look for any dings or dents in the bodywork, passing those very subtle chrome slats, which of course are one of the quickest and easiest ways to identify an M3. Passing the driver's door, it's in absolutely stunning condition, and you'll notice just a very, very small ripple there in the bodywork just ahead of that nice wide body rear fender. Now we're taking a look here at the rear wheel. Absolutely amazing condition, no curb rash to note. And usually when you see this wheel fitted to an M3, the interior of the spokes as well as the barrel is usually finished in this gloss black, whereas the outer face is kind of a shaved metal finish. Whereas this wheel setup on the M3 is a full-on gloss black finish, and I think it just adds that little bit of extra unique touch to the exterior here on the M3. Now, taking a look at the front fascia. Headlights are crystal clear, showing absolutely no oxidation, scratching, or discoloration, which is a really nice thing to find on a vehicle from 2005, as that's around the age where you'll start to see them yellowing or looking a bit tired. These ones look amazing. You'll also notice the turn signals on the outer portion of the headlight are a clear lens with an amber light, as opposed to an amber lens, which I think really cleans up the look up here at the front and really kind of promotes that black with little touches of white and chrome. Just looks amazing. Now, looking at the front bumper cover, you'll notice minor bits of rock chipping just there on the lower portion, a little bit throughout the center portion, and just here on the other side as well. But largely the paint is in nice condition on the front. You'll notice the grille portion in between those fog light housings is free of any damage or cracks. Looks very nice and is holding up well. Taking a look at the classic BMW kidney grills trimmed in chrome. I think mid-2000s, around when this vehicle came out, was really prime BMW styling. It's very simple. You can see that BMW roundel in stunning condition. And moving on to the passenger side, you'll find it to be in very similar condition. This front wheel here, absolutely amazing shape, hiding some nice big brakes behind it there. And again, we'll take a look very close to the panel, looking for any dings, dents, or scratching. None to be found as we make our way past the driver's door and onto the quarter panel. And carrying all the way to the back of the vehicle, that same theme holds. Now looking at the rear wheel, very, very nice condition as well. No curb rash to report here either. Now at the rear portion of the M3, you'll notice a very subtle, yet I think beautiful touch with this very low profile wing. And you also do have that BMW roundel and the M3 badging. Again, very subtle styling here on the M3. Those tail lights are crystal clear, just the same as the front. Very nice condition. And taking a look at the bumper cover here, really no wear to report here on the back. It looks excellent, and you do find just below those gorgeous quad tip exhausts. Not only does the exhaust look a bit aggressive and really nice, but also the sound that leaves those pipes is just unbelievable, and we'll hear that in just a minute. Now we'll make our way into the interior, which is in just unbelievable condition here. Now, for the sake of stopping that beeping there, I'm going to fire it right up for you. As you can see, fires up without hesitation. idling very nicely, just where it should be, right at operating temperature as well. Now, before we get too into detail here on the interior, I would like to take a look at the condition of the seating arrangement. Now, really nice to see, especially on a seat with somewhat aggressive sporty bolstering. Really nice to see absolutely minimal wear on these outer bolsters. That's generally where you're going to see the most wear anywhere on these interiors. That passenger seat is in nearly mint condition. You can see the nice M logos there embroidered in both of your headrests here for your front passengers. And just as I make my way inside, you'll find that M3 door sill shining beautifully with no scuffing or scratching to report. I'm going to close up the door here. We will start on the interior by taking a look at that dashboard, looking for any cracking or wrinkling or scuffing. Absolutely no wear to note there on the dashboard, with the only exception being a small bit of wrinkling in the felt covering that A-pillar. But largely just amazing condition up here on the dashboard. Making our way down a little bit lower here, you will find this gorgeous stainless steel trim accenting the interior. It's all in great condition, and it has a nice metallic feel to it. You can see it carries all the way across the dashboard and onto both of your door cards. Now, front and center, looking at this gorgeous steering wheel, it has an absolutely amazing feel in the hand. You will notice that amazing M tricolor stitching carrying all the way around the interior, and that M logo featuring just on the bottom. Now, all of your controls on the wheel look just perfect, showing no wear whatsoever. And the leather material is just in amazing condition. There's no nicks in the leather, no discoloration or staining. Very, very plush and soft. The leather's just been conditioned, so it's got a really fresh and nice feel to it. Now again, that gauge cluster I just mentioned, looking absolutely wonderful. You'll see those lights there in the tachometer. Now, those lights will actually adjust depending on the vehicle's current temperature. So if the vehicle's starting just cold, it might tell you, okay, let's shift maybe around 5,500 RPM to keep that engine happy. But as it warms up, you'll see those lights progressively disappear until you're looking at this setup right here, showing a red line just past 8,000 RPM, which is an amazing figure. We definitely love high RPM revving straight six motors, and we'll take a look under the hood in just a couple of minutes here. I love the styling in the gauge cluster. I think it's got that amazing silver bezel with the subtle satin gray finish in the back of the gauges, and it's very simple, only showing you the information that you would need to know for such a wonderful driver's car. And that theme carries to the rest of the interior. I really think BMW absolutely nailed it here. Timeless design, no screens to interrupt that beautiful design, and this car will look amazing for many years to come. Now, looking here at the stereo, all of the controls look just amazing. Very, very nice condition. No gunk build up there on that volume control knob there. I know many E46s and other BMWs from this era, you'll find a lot of kind of damage on these buttons, but none to be found here. Looking just below, you do also have some storage compartment there, as well as a power outlet and cigarette lighter / power outlet just there on the left. Both of those panels open and close perfectly fine. You will see all of your switches just there, looking great as well. Now, of course, the elephant in the room per se, you will notice this vehicle is fitted with a beautiful 6-speed manual transmission. If you're looking for E46 M3s, you will know it's getting increasingly more difficult to find one with a real 6-speed manual. And this particular vehicle actually left the factory as an SMG M3, that being the automatic option as opposed to the manual, where you would have paddle shifters fitted just here on either side of the wheel and a different gear selector. Now, this vehicle, as you can see, fitted with that 6-speed manual. It was swapped from the factory, but this swap was performed at a BMW dealership using all OEM parts. We can provide invoices and receipts for all of those parts and the labor involved. It's a very professional and very well executed swap. Driving the vehicle, it shifts amazing. I have driven manual M3s before, and it feels just the same as you would expect. A really beautiful driving experience, and it's very nice that there's one more manual M3 out there on the road to be enjoyed by an enthusiast. Now, as you can see with the shifter here, a gorgeous M Sport shift knob in great condition. The stitching looks great. It's got a nice feel to the hand and a nice weight. So as you select a gear, it's really got a nice convincing throw into the gear. Really feels great. More of that stainless steel trim surrounding the gorgeous Alcantara shift boot just there with double contrasted stitching, looking amazing. You do have your window switches all automatic open, and you'll see rear window switches here in the back, which for a coupe might sound strange, but you'll notice as I operate, that window is going to just pop open, which gives the exterior a really cool look when you have those back windows popped open, as well as the sunroof above my head here popped open. Just a really nice thing to have. Of course, covering up the sunroof, you also have that same gorgeous material you'll find on the rest of the headliner, and that's all in great condition. All of the controls are just here. Looking just ahead, you will notice the rear view mirror showing a little bit of the tint separating between the two different modes for day and night. That's not terribly uncommon to find in vehicles of this vintage and BMWs alike. Now looking just a bit further back from the shifter, you do have your e-brake just here with that nice leather boot in great condition and the stitching looking nice. A couple of cup holders as well as your door controls, and a nice, just beautifully wrapped center console armrest. Very nice plush leather with great stitching, and of course you do have some storage available just underneath that, as well as a coin holder just in the back, and a small bit of storage just under your armrest. Now of course this vehicle is in gorgeous condition on the interior, but one thing I find quite amazing is how well it's been maintained up underneath the hood. So let's go take a look up there at the beautiful straight six. So as you can see, I'm up here at the nose of the vehicle. When you pop the hood, you get this small little lever popping out of the kidney grille, and you can lift from the kidneys, which reveals the amazing S54 straight six power plant. This is a legendary BMW motor. Of course, S54 is the BMW code for this particular engine. But as you can see, looking around the engine bay, the plastics, the reservoirs, everything looks brand new. Really, really nice condition. Taking a look at the fuel rail and the intake just there. Unbelievable condition. It's idling very happily here. This engine is a true gem and really something you should experience if you have not yet done so. It's going to rev just past 8,000 RPM, delivering you 333 horsepower to the rear wheels, and the sound that this engine is capable of making is just unbelievable and contributes so much to what makes this M3 such a legendary driver's car. Many BMW enthusiasts will tell you that the M3 really hit its peak with the E46 chassis, and I am one to agree with them. I think it's just an unbelievable combination of simplicity and performance. Now taking a look here at the rear seating arrangement, again equally nice to the front. All of the materials just look unbelievably nice. You do have a small bit of storage there, slash a ashtray if you choose to use it that way. You also have nice armrests with more of that stainless steel trim, and a nice drop down armrest there in the center. Very, very nice condition here at the back. Of course, these seats drop down very easily. Lastly, take a quick tour of the cargo area here in the back. Trunk opens up no problem. You will find the original floor mats in very nice condition with the beautiful M3 logo embroidered just there on the right, and plenty of space to carry whatever you would need, especially for such a driver-oriented sports car. Really, really nice amount of storage here in the back, and it's all in great condition looking around the trunk. So if you have any further questions relating to this absolutely stunning example of a legendary driver's car that's getting increasingly more difficult to find, especially in this condition, please reference the listing at alphacars.com, and there you will find all of the relevant contact information. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful rest of your day. We hope to hear from you soon. Thank you so much from AlphaCars.